So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it is far from being the biggest in Brazil, this stadium, the capacity barely 16,000 or so, but there is really nothing quite like the noise and the highly charged air that these demanding Santos folk can generate. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marco Verratti. He's got great vision and passing ability and seems to be able to dictate the play in midfield. He also tends to develop a really good understanding with the forwards and just kind of senses the runs that they'll make. And I'm intrigued to see how he performs today.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Marco Verratti. Pedri. Oh, good spread. João Cancelo receives it in a wide position. And here's Shaqiri. He's going for goal! It's off target and by quite a way.
Shaqiri most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Tonali, and it's Mayulu. Shifted it to the flank. Nicely weighted ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Pedri. They've switched it over to the other side.
Well spotted.
Unahi. And it's Verratti. And it's Shaqiri. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking...
Kane! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
McKennie. Now Tonali. This is a promising build-up. McKennie! McKennie! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Spectacular save! First quarter of an hour gone. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. This is the time you need that pace.
He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Zubeldia ventures forward. Marco Verratti. And here's Kane. Pedri. Looking for the run. That's an excellent interception. Hops for safety. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Mayulu. Tonali. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Unahi. Now it's Kane. Looking to play him in. Now there's a fine ball. Now that's a fine challenge. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Shaqiri. Showing good feet. Petri. McKennie. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's McKennie. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Here's McKennie. Mayulu. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Grimaldo in acres of space out wide. And he's there to get it away. That's a throw. Aguirre. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in a great position here. He's found a way through. And it's McKennie. Tonali. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's in a good position here. Unahi. Kane. I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Tonali does well to get it back. Can he get it through? Driving on and making good progress. Oh, well played.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Played back into the centre. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Mayulu. Nicely spread. Well read. Nice interception. Marco Verratti. Tonali. Mayulu. Distributed tidily. McKennie. And it's Tonali. Pedri.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And Unahi. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. gets us going once more.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Pedri. Kane. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Pedri. Unahi. Kane shot, surely! And he's done it!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose.
Simplicity itself.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
That's good running with the ball. Oliveira. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Aguirre and Zubeldia. That's a good ball out wide. João Cancelo has it out wide and in space. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, good ball! And it's Kane. Shaqiri. Mignon claims comfortably. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. McKennie. Tonali. McKennie. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Turns back here, probably the best option. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
It's a really well-measured ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's another good win of the ball. Grimaldo scooting forward. Oh, that's fabulous. Grimaldo. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Oh, that's neat. Now, can they get him away? Real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. They've played it short. In by He leaps for it! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
McKennie. Spread to the right, and it's Mayunu. Nicely shaped ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
He is through here. Picked out brilliantly. Now it's Kane. Marco Verratti. Unahi. Looking for options for movement. Good ball, good take. Lovely feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's Mayulu. Marco Verratti. That's an imaginative pass. That's a shade optimistic.
Ajax clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
That'll be a throw.
Substituição no time do Santos. Camisa 3, camisa 10, camisa 19, camisa 8, camisa 6, camisa 16.
Mayulu.
Deixando
The most accurate
para a
pass.
entrada de
That pass isn't the
camisa
best.
13, camisa 2, camisa 20, camisa 99. Camisa 18.
It's ended up in no man's land.
Substituição.
Di Lorenzo. Santos could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Nice sequence of passes, this. Now it's Biner. And he welcomes it in.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Zubeldia. Juanmi. Plays a sharp little ball here. Mayulu, and that is expertly dealt with.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Dos Santos. That's good play. It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Dos Santos. It's gone out for a throw-in. Stood up well to him there.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Anguissa tries to play it through. Oh, well measured. Zubeldia. He won't be happy with that one. Mayulu. Big chance! And there goes their last chance. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Santos really were made to rue their ineptitude, if I can put it like that. Defended reasonably well, but if you can't put away your chances, there's always a risk of this happening. And that's going to be painful for them.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.